A lot of the times, I don't think those track and field meets do get.
Well, they're hard to get them.
Yeah.
They're hard to get them in, and then the
And
athletic
school's
directors
over.
are yeah.
So
you're a senior and you've graduated, but you're still trying to
come
get
on
your
back,
trying to
it's
get your
June.
games in. That's right.
June, come on.
4th of July, we're having our track meet.
Yeah, as it is,
Right.
as the sun is shining and the fireworks are going off.
Right. Yeah, so it's like, I mean, you always feel, or I always feel, for these spring sports, because they're wonderful, they're fantastic,
Yes.
and everybody loves that, that good spring, spring
Yeah.
air and getting out. But yeah, I know that there's quite a bit of challenge, but this year it seems like it's been a good year for spring sports.
Well, and I will say,
We'll
I feel
take
like
that.
it has rained every Friday.
Well,
I mean, I'm serious. I
Yeah.
feel like for the last month, it has
Okay.
rained every single Friday.
so now we see the pattern. Okay?
Yes, so it's on Fridays, don't.
Okay, we know that. Okay, so no sense in doing your hair.
Yeah.
Don't worry about your hair. Don't worry about I mean, it's just gonna rain.
It's going to rain on Friday. It's supposed
Water,
to rain
it's
tomorrow,
gonna
too.
water our flowers, our plants.
Yes.
This is April showers.
Yeah. Well,
Let's thank our sponsors this
let's
morning
do that.
also.
Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Fantastic Sam's, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Po' Boys Barbecue, and Dr. I Associates, Dr. Mindy Guy.
Yay! Thank you to our great sponsors. All right, I want to give you a little bit of information. We want to remind everybody, election next week, right? Is that right? Oh my
It
goodness.
is next Tuesday.
Ah,
May 2nd.
crazy to think it's already that time of year. And remember, it's just the Salem election, Salem 1 through 4 at the Armory. Okay, just reminding everybody about
Yes,
that.
if you are out of city limits, don't show
Or
up.
on the fringes there.
You'll be disappointed.
All right, it's okay.
I'm sorry.
All right, so so don't try to go there and say, well,
Yeah.
I should be in that. Okay, also want to remind everybody too, so we have the election on the 2nd of
Yes.
May. Then we have National Day of Prayer on the 4th. Should we not have?
I mean, we should probably flip-flop
I
those.
know. I was thinking that. Should we not have National Day of Prayer on Monday? The
The first. Every
Yeah.
day should be National Day of
I agree
Prayer.
with that. Well, we are. Mike Ray is put together and this is very near and dear to his heart, which I love this, and so we are actually going to be doing a special here on WSLM from noon to 1. And that'll be there'll be different pastors calling in, and Mike Ray will be heading this up, and it's a National Day of Prayer, and that'll be on May the 4th, Thursday.
I love that.
So yeah,
I love that.
want to remind everybody about that. So please tune in from noon to 1, and then of course then right after that we'll go to Swap Shop. So
need
prayer
to swap
before Swap
anything?
Shop again is a good thing.
Not a bad idea.
Always a good thing. Yeah, for sure. So anyway, those are a little bit of things coming up, and of course. Then we'll jump into all kinds of derby festivals and festivities
Yes.
going on. Tis the season for that. A lot
Yeah.
going on.
There is a lot going on.
A lot. So, and going back to the your team, you're a coach, and that's are you having fun?
Really, but
Well, yes, you are. Yeah.
no, they are. They're having fun. They're improving every week. That's my goal. Keep
Yeah.
improving. And,
Well, that's all we can ask, right?
So
Yeah.
we had 2 games this week and then practice last night. So we are done for the week.
Okay.
I'm thankful.
Very good.
I'm thankful because my other 2 still play. So
Yeah.
I'm up there at least 6 nights a week.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a lot. Yeah, it is. It is definitely a lot. Yeah,
So
for sure.
I'm,
But like everybody says, it goes so fast.
it does. Maybe some days.
I'm only telling you what they're trying to convince me of. Okay.
I do. Oh, I do always say the days are long, but the shorts are the years are short.
Shorts
The shorts are years. The years are short. That's what I'm tired.
I know.
It was
Me
a rough
too.
morning.
Yeah,
I know.
I get it. All right, we're on to the 27th day of April. We're on the downhill slide. Today is Babe Ruth Day.
The candy bar or the man?
It's the man, the myth, the legend. Yeah, does make me want to have a Babe Ruth though, right? The candy bar.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of candy bars that I quit eating when I had braces, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And that was one, and then the 100-gram bar was
Oh,
the other.
were those? Yes, weren't those just wonderful?
And I've gotten to a point now I just don't eat them anymore because I got out of the habit.
I had braces and I did eat them.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
There's got no strings to hold me down.
Actually, I was calling the orthodontist on my way here today. Max knocked one of his wires out.
Oh, I
brushing his
remember
teeth
those
last night.
days. Oh.
He's like, I can't get it back in. I'm like, well, I'm not an orthodontist. I'll call.
That's right. Get right back in. Oh, I can almost feel that feeling. You know what I mean? I know that feeling.
I never did. I never knocked mine out. So he's like, it's just bothering me. I'm like, well, deal with it.
I
Got
know.
some wax.
No. Remember that. International Design Day. I love designing. Ooh, love that. Love Your Thighs Day.
I love thunder and lightning.
What I was trying to think of the song, knocking me out with those American thighs. Right? Well, have you, like if you, let's say, okay, let me go back. Okay, I'm just going to say this really quick because it's like not, something I really want to, tell a lot about. But I did play women's softball.
Okay, yeah.
I say that very lightly because I was on the team.
I was on the team.
I was a part of the team.
I was a member.
Yes, I was a member part of the team, and they had me as catcher.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, up and down,
Yes.
and down. My thighs. Of course, I would ride horses, and that's right there. Your thighs get really a good workout that way. But that catching point, catching part, up and down, I would be like, oh my goodness, right?
You got thighs of steel.
I did.
Iron thighs.
Years ago.
They'll still let you catch.
I
think you could pass for 8. Come on.
Give me the little ones, okay? I might look pretty impressive, okay? They were very kind to me, but yeah. Anyway, so no, in horseback riding, I'm telling you right now, you get.
I'm a big fan of this.
Build up.
Because a lot of people are hard on their thighs. So I'm going to say this.
Oh, we're going to talk thighs. I like talking thighs.
A lot of people are hard on their thighs.
We're not talking chicken.
Not chicken thighs. But, when you think about it, your legs are your base. And that is what carries you around.
Preach it.
So be nice. And if you don't like it, then do some squats. I hate lunges, actually. I will do squats all day, but don't give me lunges. I hate them.
But the results, Autumn.
Yeah, I will take my thunder thighs. I will take thunder and lightning over the lunges.
But everything gets like you always get there's parts of the body that get so much attention. Like you always hear about your ankles, your knees, but I'm so glad that thighs have a day.
Yeah.
Every dog has their day, right?
They all work together. It's all important.
Well, thighs are very important.
Yeah. That's where you carry all the extra meat.
Think about runners. Those thighs. Yeah.
Some people just have big quads. Can't help it.
Bodybuilders, they work for those thighs.
They do. That's where all your
strength
strength
wrestling.
is. You don't
hang on. Let's talk about the wrestling grips. I know that in your legs. Let's give a respect to wrestling.
Yeah.
Okay, those thighs.
You get in your stance. You're literally like in a squat the whole time, but you're moving in your squat.
Absolutely.
And even I'm going to bring it back to baseball. That's when I was. And I saw this on a YouTube video. It's not my own, but when I was teaching them how to get in their stance to catch the ball, it's just like a wrestling stance. You gotta bend those knees, and guess where all that weight is? Right there on those thighs.
Absolutely.
And some of my kids were like, "Oh, it hurts," and I'm like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah. Have you ever done that where you've leaned up against the wall and you
the wall sets?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, those are awful.
Yeah, I know. And then you're crying almost because you're wanting to hold a few more seconds. It's painful. But I love that. But afterwards you feel really good, Yep. But I think on wrestling, I'm just thinking, I know there's moves with your legs and those thighs have to just really grip almost like.
Well, you get your guy down, you put your legs in. We have our own little words for it. But you grapevine those legs out and you take away a wrestler's legs.
People are calling right now. They want to add to this, about the thigh.
But you take away a wrestler's legs, he has nothing.
What about a swimmer? Swimming.
Oh yeah.
Look at that. Look at those.
I actually don't know why, but I don't kick my legs when I swim. I just use my arms. So the second half of me is dead weight. It's no wonder I'm a horrible swimmer.
Kick your legs, Autumn. Yeah, that's where your muscle. That's like a propeller.
Yeah.
It's propeller.
I need to remember to do that.
Get your speed. I was on the swim team too. Again, I was on the team.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was fun. Okay, Love Your Thighs Day. Love that. Marine Mammal Rescue Day. Aww.
Yeah, it is turtle season. Turtle nesting season.
Yeah, I've always wanted to go. I want to go see that. I really want to go see that. I want to go.
So
we could actually broadcast that. As they get ready to hatch out. Will they be hatching out?
Yeah. No. They're just nesting. Okay. So
you gotta be.
You can find the nest.
You have to use your golf voice.
Yes. But that is why in Florida they the condos and things. Yeah. They do orange lights or red lights, so that the turtles don't confuse it with the moonlight and go towards the city. They want them to go towards the ocean.
I love that. Yeah. Can you imagine if you were if you had turtles in your backyard that were, that were nesting? You couldn't touch them. You would have to accommodate them.
Yes.
I would accommodate them.
You have to.
I don't know what I would do. I would call in a professional.
They usually, so what I have seen, I'm not a professional, so this is just my own experience. Please don't take it for gospel.
We are in a double landlocked state.
Yes, but so they are federally protected. And so they go in, and when they find the nest, they have to stake them, and then they put like caution tape around it, and you're not allowed around it. Like, you're not allowed to touch it.
Yeah.
You just let nature do its thing.
Right.
Like, you're on nature's property.
Absolutely.
So
right.
Sorry that you pay
It's
the
their
taxes.
world. Yeah, they're just living in it. Well, it would be very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be very cool. It'd be very honored that for whatever reason you were chosen.
And I kind of feel like if you're to the point in your life that you can afford a beach house and a turtle can nest on your backyard, then you owe that turtle that space for that time.
That's right. You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do it. You
Like,
can
that's part of
accommodate
buying
that. Bring out some lettuce and stuff for
That's
that
like,
turtle.
I have a rabbit's nest in my yard. I'm not messing with
Oh,
it.
no,
That's
no,
nature's
no.
property.
Yeah, nature's
So
property.
you
That's
stay
right.
here, I'll keep my dog away. That's just
There you
it.
go.
We
That's
have
right.
rabbits, they have turtles.
There you go. Yeah,
There you go.
that's exactly
Marine
right.
wildlife.
This is Mule Day. I love mules.
Mule like the donkey
Yeah,
horse
absolutely.
mix, or mule like the Russian drink?
Yeah, I think it's like just a mule.
The
You know what I
farm
mean?
animal
Yeah,
mule.
yeah, I love that.
They're very protective.
Very.
Or maybe it's the donkey.
Very.
Protective.
I think they're all protected. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, mules, no, they'll kick it up. Yeah, you can't beat a
You
good
put them
mule.
in there with the cows?
Yeah, you can't beat a good mule.
Oh, Coyote's gonna get that thing.
Ooh, Morse code day. I remember. Okay, hang on. You know,
That's a lost art.
I know. Do you remember? Okay, like I can remember. We had a really good growing up as far as like a circle of friends. You know what I mean? Real good neighborhood. You know what I mean?
That's good.
No, and like we would like have
alive.
and what a, you know what I mean, like when everybody, you know, would come out and play, and we'd try to do like Morse code stuff, you know what I mean, like flashlight stuff, you know what I mean, like, you know, beep beep beep, you know. Yeah, and somebody always beeped too many times, and it was like, what did they say?
And then you got to fight because it's like, that's all right. You're wrong.
Or Morse code is like the beep beep.
Yes.
Beep beep beep.
Dashes and dots.
Yeah, dashes and dots. Yeah.
So. And I think it is a lost art. Like, I think
I
that's
agree.
something we should be learning again.
Well, like shorthand.
Yes.
I mean, these are things that like we're,
These are things that, why do we not know? Well, now you just have, listen, I'm going to say one of my children, and I will not say any names.
No, because we don't throw our children under
Well,
the
I
bus.
don't need to, listen, I really feel like this last month of school is the hardest month.
Oh, I agree.
It is
on.
the
It's hard.
hardest.
Well, think about that, yeah.
But there was a report that was supposed to be done, and so now you don't need shorthand, because now you can just talk, and it types it for you. And I'm like, what a world we live in.
I know.
But then I think, you know, I talk to text all the time.
Yeah.
All the time I talk to text.
Yeah.
So we really don't need shorthand anymore because we just record ourselves and it types it out.
It's kind of fun, though.
It is.
It's kind of a fun
It
thing.
is, but it's one of those things that's like we've lost the art of it because of technology. And it's sad.
Yeah.
I think it's sad.
I agree. It's sad. National Devil Dog Day, and it shows a long ice cream sandwich. Is that called a devil dog?
Never heard of it. I
Never
thought you were
heard
going to say deviled eggs day, and I almost
No, it
got
shows
excited.
No, I know. It's a. It looks like an ice cream sandwich.
Okay.
I love ice cream sandwiches.
I like
I really heard someone talk the other day that like almost everybody loves an ice cream sandwich. There's not really very many people that don't like an ice cream sandwich. They might not want one at the time.
Right, but you don't hate them.
Yeah. National Prime Rib Day. I'm in. I could go for a big old prime rib right now. Okay, prime rib. Oh, just say the word. If anybody is fixing prime rib, please, I will bring a side. I will bring, you know what I mean. I'll bring the laughter or whatever. You know what I mean.
I don't know that I've ever had prime rib.
What? You've got a disservice. There's been a disservice in your life.
Well,
oh, prime rib.
It's a little pink for me. I don't know. Maybe now as an adult, mature adult, I would try it now.
But if it is, then they can take it back and they can put it a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm getting texts. Let's go. You know it, absolutely.
I just don't know that
Let's
I've
do
ever
this.
had it.
Oh, but okay. Like if it is too pink, which I get that.
Can be.
I get that. Which we learned is not blood. Remember?
No, it's not blood.
It's not blood.
I actually didn't
remember,
know that.
it's the.
My husband educates me on that.
Cool.
It's not blood.
Justin. Yeah. So, but if it is a little too pink,
breakdown.
there you go. They can bring it. They can put it back in the oven for a little bit and still be okay for you. Yeah.
No, but
and then when they bring the au jus,
they touch you. You know, when you do that, when you send it back, they're like, "You're bringing a good piece of meat."
Well, yeah.
They smile to your face, but that's what they say in the back.
Every chef is like, "What?
Yeah.
What?" You know.
You don't deserve my prime rib.
You give me back my prime rib. Yeah, prime rib is just like...
You can have dry chicken.
That's right. No soup for you. No prime rib for you.
There you go.
I literally, yeah. So now, okay, I can't stop thinking about it now.
I'm sorry.
I'm wanting a prime rib. Okay. All right. Let's see here. Also, National Teach Children to Save Day. Are you working with your children how to save money?
Absolutely.
Good.
Save money.
Because you're all about that.
I
mean, that's right up your alley.
I am all about that. My eldest child has been bugging me for. He tried to get me to do a cash app for him. Now he's bugging me about.
Wait, I must spit out.
Checking.
Cash out.
Cash app.
I think cash app. I think said cash out. I was
no,
he's
cash app. I told him I'm not doing a cash app, but I did find out that my bank does not have a minimum age for children's checking anymore.
Oh wow!
As long as
that's been changed.
Yeah, as long as there's an adult on it with them
and
it is linked to your checking account.
Right.
Which I'm like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yes, my kids do have savings, both at the bank and in their little wallets.
I love that, teaching children to save day.
Yeah, they don't quite get it, so I just save for them. But
yeah. Well. Yeah,
it's funny though, because when they want something and my response has been, then I guess you can buy it.
Yeah,
the attitudes change.
Oh, it's completely when you're touching theirs. But isn't it funny how, because you have 3 and I had 6, how all of them are so different. You have some that like just are going to hold on it and take it forever with them, and then you have some that as soon as it gets in like in their pocket, it's gone.
It burns a hole.
Yeah, it burns a hole in it. So like, I mean, isn't that funny how like all like I know like your 3 are all different, and all 6 of mine were just totally. Yeah. It's just funny how.
I have one child that texts me links to things on Amazon that they want. And I'm like, you paying for that? I mean...
Just for whatever reason, if you're on Amazon and you just want to click that, you know what I mean, go right.
I'm like, first of all, how'd you even get on Amazon? Second of all, let me go change my password. Let me go change that password.
Mom 23.
Yeah, but...
They found you out.
The one just keeps sending me links. This is nice. Well, start saving some
Save your money. All right, National Tell a Story Day. I love storytelling.
Oh, yeah.
My mom and dad, that is one thing as a child, I would always get a story of a nighttime.
Again, a lost art.
Love storytelling.
And now you have YouTube Shorts, and I hate that. Or whatever, TikTok Shorts, whatever they are. But it's like, can we please get back to the old fairy tales and the campfire stories?
Yes. And you know, when the storyteller is good, you can actually get that visual in your mind. Mm-hmm. They take you there, and it's just such an awesome moment. It's such an awesome, you know, it is a lost art, and it really is. I love storytelling.
And we don't sit. And guilty. I'm guilty. So I'm not saying this like an accusational, judgmental thing, but we don't take the time to sit with our kids and tell them our stories. You know, like, hey,
that is true.
Here are the things that happened with us, and here is how, you know, like, we don't do that with our kids. Right. We don't sit and share that.
I don't know that they really even want to hear them. Do they? Or do you think they do?
Again, I'm going to come back to this, and this is Autumn Hall's thoughts and opinions, because we've talked about our kids do what we make a priority in our lives. Mm-hmm. And at first maybe they don't want to because it's not their norm.
Yeah.
But I think there are times now as an adult, it's like, man, I wish I would sit at the feet of my grandparents and listen to their stories.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You know, I wish, and I've heard adults whose parents have done that with them, and they're like, oh, I remember one time my dad told me this story, and da-da-da-da-da. Yeah. Or my mom told me. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I think we don't share the stories and the struggles with our kids and how we overcame them.
Right.
You know, and so I think that's important.
Oh, I think it's, very good. Yeah, I think that would be something for sure.
Yeah. But that means you have to go through your own trauma and have healing, so.
Yeah. So, National Tell a Story Day. Love that. Poem in Your Pocket Day. You know those little poem books? Little poem books?
Poem in your pocket.
Poem in your pocket. I guess like in your... A little poem in your pocket, a little books. Those little books.
Could you imagine walking down the street and somebody just being like, "Hey, here's a poem," as you walk by? I'm gonna just start doing that. I'm gonna start this.
Here's a poem.
Here's a poem.
Here's a poem about Becky and Autumn.
Where the sidewalk ends. I do love shell shorts.
Becky and Autumn, you don't want to forgot them. I don't know.
Things really don't rhyme with autumn. Not a lot.
Because I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah.
I'm going to sit
Becky.
down and make it.
Oh, I know. I have trouble too. Or maybe Rebecca. I don't know. Okay. Take our daughters and sons to work day. Go get your kids now. Let's go get them. Let's bring them in here.
My kids would be thrilled if they knew that was take your sons and daughters to work day.
They'd be checking
today.
themselves at the office right now. I need to go home. I need to go home.
Yeah.
I need to be at.
But I do take my kids to work with me sometimes.
Yeah. Mine always came to work with me. Yeah.
So, but they would, like I said, the last month of school was hard. God bless all the teachers.
I know. Thank you, Thursday.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mine.
Mine.
I think of those seagulls. Just thank you.
Oh, I love that. Mine. I love that. Okay.
I'm trying to get my baseball
Nemo.
kids to do that.
There are so many quotes from Nemo. I mean, you touched the.
I actually have never seen it.
Don't even.
I never
Autumn
have.
Scott
No,
Hall.
I haven't.
Oh,
I've seen bits and pieces.
Oh.
But again, I don't
you
like
made
movies.
me ink. There's so many good quotes from there. Oh, okay. All right.
Just give me the poem in your pocket
There
quote.
you go. I'll just tell you the story.
Tell
Okay,
me the
Autumn,
story.
I do want to talk about some finances today and find out where we're at with that. But I do want to kind of go back over real quick. I got to tell this. This is kind of a good idea. And right now there's a lot of parents and people that are in the Little League era going on right now. Okay.
Wait, the Little League era?
No, I'm saying era. Little League. What do you call it? Season of Little League.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Right.
Okay,
the season of Little League. Okay.
Yes, it is. You're right.
Watch my hands. My hands are showing you.
That's what I'm doing. Okay, yes.
Look what this is.
It is baseball season.
Remember, I am related to Pocahontas. Okay. My stories do have hands. Okay. Remember? You remember this? Okay. Come on.
I did watch Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, how could you not?
I mean, I did see that
one. Yeah.
So, as I'm making bird hands.
I love that so much. I've been chatting online with babes all day. Okay. Sorry.
Oh,
okay.
Goodness.
All right. So we are in the Little League. Okay. So a full story. It's Little League season, so it's time to enjoy the warm evenings and watching youth baseball.
I'm ready for those warm evenings.
While trying to ignore that annoying parent who won't stop screaming at the volunteer umpire behind the plate. Okay, a town in New Jersey, gotta say New Jersey. In Jersey, they have already several umpires walk off after being harassed by parents. So they've come up with a punishment. Thank goodness it's not Indiana right now. If you're caught
heckling,
being mean to, during an umpire during a game, you'll be banned from the complex unless you agree to suit up and umpire yourself and call 3 games. The idea is if you have such a knowledge, grab some gear and step behind the plate and prove how great you are.
Okay, I'm going to put a caveat in this.
Ooh.
Because I want to simply say that our umpires, for the most part, are high school students.
Yes.
They are going to make bad calls because they are learning.
Mm-hmm.
And I really do get frustrated when people are mean to the umpires. Like, they are kids. No different than me saying, quit yelling at my 8-year-old players because they are kids.
Right.
Don't yell at my 17-year-old umpires because they are kids and they are learning and they're out here because you won't be.
Right. Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah, me too.
And I'm saying this from an aspect of I have before in my previous life yelled at umpires. Because you do get...
Yeah, before you saw the light.
You do get heated and you do get emotional.
Right.
Which really I wouldn't think baseball would be that emotional, but it can be. But at the same time, it's like these are kids and they are learning too.
Right, absolutely.
And there's a place of saying, hey, come on, that was a bad call.
Right.
But once the call, and here's the thing, once the call is made, the call is made.
Absolutely.
Like, they can't go back and say, oh, no, just kidding.
Yeah.
Give them that grace of saying, hey, you know what, I'm sorry, it was a bad call, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you say the wrong thing, whether you mean to or not.
Absolutely. So, So I think this is a good idea, though.
I love the idea.
I do too. Naturally, most of the loudmouths actually don't know baseball all that well. This is the story they're telling. So there will be still a certified umpire at the game to make sure the correct calls are made, and of course, other parents will let them know if they're doing wrong.
That's right, they will.
Exactly. Local parents and Little League officials love the idea, and and it's possible it could catch on.
I love the idea.
I think it's not a bad
Let's
idea.
do it. I'm going to talk to Sean tonight.
Yeah, there you go. Let's do this.
Be like, listen, because we've had some very nasty parents. I hate to say that, but that is the reality.
Yeah.
We have had some very nasty parents.
Yeah.
And my go-to is always, now I have great parents, but my go-to is always go put your background check in and get your butt out here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because until you're willing to do the deal, same thing with, we've talked about this in politics, we've talked about this, and until you're willing to do the deal, you don't get to complain.
Accountability, and just, you know what I mean, be accountable, be responsible, and if you know what I mean, if you're going to, we talk about all of that. Be well-rounded on all of that. And if you're going to sit there and have an opinion and really want to be a part, then jump in.
Well, and that's the
because they were needing volunteers, Autumn.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want to coach this year.
No, but you did. But I'm saying is they were needing. How many people need volunteers? There really is a need for that.
And I am very thankful that I do have enough parents that, like, I had 2 kids playing at the same time Tuesday night, and because I had enough parents who did do background checks and who did jump in, that I was like, hey, they told me, they said, go watch both of your kids, we've got this. And so I was able to do that because of those parents who jumped in. And like Monday night we have a game, and I told 2 of our parents, hey, you guys just sit and enjoy, because I have enough parents to fill in my gap that you can sit and enjoy your game. So this season, I'm excited that we can all be able to sit and at least enjoy one game without having a to-do list during the time. And that's great.
Yeah.
But I know there are other teams that they don't have that.
Right.
And so you have other teams that do have kids playing at the same time, and guess what? They're missing their kids' game.
Right, right. Well, and then sometimes they overlap. We were watching one game, and then the other child's game started, you know, so it's like, okay. You know,
so please take that into consideration, that the parents who are volunteering, like, not only is that a sacrifice as a parent that, okay, I'm coaching this team, so I kind of have to be here, so I'm missing my other 2 kids' games. But then keep in mind that my other 2 kids who are playing may not have somebody there watching them because their mom's doing something else or their dad's doing something else.
Absolutely.
So let's just have grace throughout all of this.
Oh, I love that.
For everybody. Because it should be fun. And I've told them,
it's what it's supposed to be fun.
The moment that it is not fun, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to make my kid do it.
Right, right. I agree. Yeah.
So quit yelling at the umps.
No more yelling. No more.
Do. There is one ump that we sit behind in case anybody says anything.
Yeah. Well, there you go then.
That, you know. Yeah. You're not going to say it.
Not going to say
it. And I did get into it with somebody last season.
Yeah. Well, let's hope that it changed this season. Not going to happen.
You're not going to talk to them that way.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Like, sorry.
Yeah.
Be mad over there.
Right.
Just be mad over there.
All right, we're gonna switch it. We're gonna switch gears here for a second here. This is different, okay? And I'm really kind of, I don't know about this, okay? Let's see here. Here's how to fix social anxiety, okay? I don't think this is good though, okay?
Don't go out.
Yeah.
Stay home.
Stay home and eat prime rib.
That's right.
Okay, here, just to have your own personal teleprompter telling you what to say. Okay, a student in Stanford has been posting videos after he and some friends have made up A1 powered glasses that help you have conversations, okay? Their prototype is very basic. This is horrible.
Hold on, hold on.
I'm
zoning in.
Listen to this. No, you got to get this one because this is like I'm gonna talk slow for the people behind you that want to hear. Okay, Sissy baby.
This baby's nursing her kitten. Let's talk slowly.
That's right. It was who she got. We played single ladies for her. Single ladies.
I love that.
She put her paws up in the air. Okay. All right. Stop. Okay. Anyway, yes, we have babies.
I love that.
I know. Okay. Okay. The prototype is very basic and wouldn't fool anyone yet. It's a pair of glasses with a thick. It's stuck on the lens and like I guess a camera. And anyway, the speech recognition program that listens to what the other person says, then it generates replies to read and displays them right in front of your eyeball. So if you're bad at chit chat, it does it for you. Okay.
So I'm talking to an AI basically.
Do you know how horrible that would be?
That'd be awful. Like, don't even talk to me.
Hang on. Do you remember like they always? Okay, hang on. One time. What's the is it Lexus or whatever? Remember how whenever was it Lexus the first one that came, or who was the very first one? Remember how like Alexis would talk to you.
Oh, are you talking about like Google Home? Or
Yeah.
Alexa?
What was it? Was Alexa? Was Alexa the first one, or was there one before that? I can't even remember.
I don't remember,
Okay,
but
one of
I know
them-
what you're talking about.
Okay, one of them said, I was at a friend's house. We were gathering, okay, and you know how stupid you get with Alexa, right? You know?
Yes, you ask her stupid questions.
Okay, well, and somebody, I can't remember what the question was, but she said, which this one is stuck in my head, you will be sad one day when robots take over the world.
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, I'm like,
Yeah.
I was scared. I was sad and scared.
Yeah, there have been, so we
No,
have,
I mean, right? Was it Alexa or who was it? Was it Alexa?
it may have been Google.
No, because I think it was Alexa. Because was it? I'm trying to remember. It was, you'd say her name, and then she would talk. It had to be. I mean, is it? Hang on.
Well, I know, I mean, I only have Alexa and Google.
Okay.
I don't think there are any other home units. I think
Okay.
you have Amazon Alexa or Google Home.
Okay.
But
Maybe
yes,
it was.
both of them. We have messed with both of them
Yeah.
and
And when they
asked
say-
like questions, you know, because now people are like posting things where it's like, oh, ask them this.
Yeah.
And some
yeah.
of it is really
It was
scary.
Siri. It was Siri.
Oh,
Okay.
Siri's on your phone. That's
Okay.
your iPhone.
Okay. It was. No, it wasn't Siri then. No, it was not Siri. No, it was not Siri.
Because Siri
It
is
was
your
Alexa.
iPhone.
And said.
You'll be sorry when
when the robots take over. Yeah. I said something like, or somebody said, I didn't say it,
Yeah.
that you're stupid. I don't usually use the word stupid. That's
Yeah.
usually not in my vocabulary, which I don't think that. But they thought they were funny talking to
Yes.
a machine like that.
Yeah.
And then you'll be sorry when robots take over the world.
Yeah.
So if we're doing this kind of stuff, man, I feel like a woman. Put that stuff on.
Yeah.
Put that
like
stuff all
that.
over you. Yeah. It smells good though. Okay, so if we're making our own robots.
Yes.
Do you realize? Okay. People are not like making robots. We're making our own robots if we can't even do this on our own.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
Did you think about that?
Well, you know, I think sometimes this AI is getting a little extreme. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's a little extreme. But you know, I also think of this. Robots have been around since like the 50s and 60s.
Yeah.
I think. Like
Yeah.
that's when they started.
Was
with
it
all
Rosie
this.
on the Jetsons?
You know.
We got R2D2. You got
Yeah.
C3PO.
I mean,
Love
so
them.
the thought of robots are not new.
They're droids.
They're droids. They're, you know, but the thought of them are not new. But this whole thing of let's do it to where they can think and they can. I mean, but even think about Terminator. He was half robot. Got Cyborg. He's
Yeah.
half robot. I mean, it's not new. I'm just.
I know.
saying,
I
think-
but look what we're doing to ourselves.
yeah,
I mean, this
like
is
we're dumbifying ourselves. I
That's
can't
what I'm
even talk
saying.
to you.
Exactly. I mean, okay, so if people lack in social skills like that,
Yes.
then get out there and work on those and practice them.
Well, and here's
Don't
the
be
thing.
using glasses to do that.
Here's the thing. If you lack in social skills, I'm going to take it one step further, and people can disagree with me. That's okay. My number's posted everywhere. Get out from behind the electronics
Yeah.
and start socializing.
That's what I just said.
Yes, but I'm blaming.
I heard that somewhere in the room.
Yes, I'm
Where did
blaming
I-
though. You know, a lot of people don't have social skills because they're behind the electronics.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
get away from the
What she
the
says over there.
electronics.
Yeah,
Get away
exactly.
from there.
Hang out with Autumn and I.
Get
okay?
back into the little leagues and the libraries and the go
Yes.
do those things.
Shorthand. Use that shorthand.
Get
out
that
there.
Morse code in the playground.
Hey, you can have fun with a flashlight.
You
okay,
can.
I promise.
But kids today don't know that. Walkie-talkies. Get the walkie-talkies.
Oh my gosh, I am like I can do walkie-talkie on my watch now. You don't understand.
Right.
Like, it's like I can call.
I
It's
remember
not-
when Nokia.
walkie-talkies are so much fun. Yeah.
Yeah, like they were the push-to-talk.
Oh, absolutely.
The Nokia phones.
I was the coolest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, laying like in a like underneath a bush or a tent or something.
Yes.
And then on my stomach, talking to a walkie-talkie. Coolest.
Yes.
Coolest I could be.
We did, at one point in time when one of my children were younger, he had a walkie-talkie, and then the neighbor had a walkie-talkie, and the range, they could talk to each other from the house. This was before they had cell phones.
Yeah.
But, you know, they could talk from one house to the other on the walkie-talkies. They thought they were so cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I remember they'd be like, they don't have their walkie-talkie, and I've been trying to get a hold of them.
Yes. They're not responding to me.
I'm sorry, the battery's dead. Like,
isn't it true?
Yeah.
You have to wait to go to the store to get new batteries.
Yeah.
Oh, the struggle.
but
is
like
real.
I'd hear at like 10 o'clock at
Yeah,
night.
now- yeah.
Are you there? Are you there? Over. are there, and it's like, go to sleep.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
Yeah.
The red dog flies at midnight. That means go time. I still use that as an adult. You know what I mean? When it's go time, the red dog flies at midnight. Go.
I love that.
Oh, my family knows that. It's go time. You know
That's great. But see, I think you pick up those little nuances.
Oh, come
They're
on.
so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah. I just felt like I was something.
Mine was the snap of that belt. You put that belt together and you... That was always go time for us. It was like, oh, we better go.
We better go. Go time. Okay, so let's go back to these these glasses, okay?
Okay.
It uses a speech recognition program that listens to what the other person's saying. Okay, so, and it actually generates and replies to read and displays them right in front of your eyeball. So if you're bad at chit-chat, okay. They fed it details about the friends' personal lives. Oh, no way.
So, how,
So if
I'm
things you'd ask.
programming it with my own information so I know how to chit-chat with you?
No, I'd be programming, okay, I know Autumn has 3 children. Like, they hang on, about their friends. So, I would program it against you. How horribly scary.
That is not
Autumn
okay.
has 3 children. She does this, she does this, she does this.
No, that's why I even hate, these apps, these phone apps. No.
I know.
Don't put that out there.
I know. But eventually it could look people up on social media to find their stuff.
See, and that's where it gets scary.
That's very scary. The current version isn't fast enough, though. There's a long pause before the text pops up. So you got an awkward pause.
Yeah, because that's going to really help my social anxiety.
Wait, hang on. Here, think about somebody I feel like...
Yeah, I can't...
I'm waiting for this to pop up. I don't know what I'm supposed to feel like.
I literally think
That's
that
horrible.
would make your social anxiety worse.
Oh, my goodness. There's a long pause before the text pops up, but once it works in real time, it's not obvious. A lot of people might use it. 2 videos have been making the rounds. One shows a guy using the glasses in a job interview. No way. And the second shows a guy using them to flirt with a coworker. No way.
Well, first of all, flirting with a coworker was never a good idea.
That's
it's a horrible idea in every aspect. I just finished a sexual harassment class.
Oh yeah, how did that go? You went to that this week, didn't you?
No, I went to an Indiana housing seminar this week, but
not to be confused.
Not to be confused, but
which one am I at?
Well, let me just tell you for sure, flirting with a coworker is a horrible idea and an HR nightmare.
Big no.
There you go.
No. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, cut it out. We do not need these classes. They need to stop.
Yeah.
They need to use all that wisdom and all that energy and money that they're putting into that into something else.
Yes.
Because that is just, we need to you got to keep working on your skills.
I'm gamifying our people.
I am a work in progress.
I'm learning how not to talk in public.
I'm learning when to shut up.
Yes.
I've got so much over here just busting to get out. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my goodness. Yeah.
I at one point in time thought, I'm going to just hand one of my children a recorder.
Yeah.
And let them just go to town. And then they get everything out. And then I'll be like, hey, just give me the tape and I'll listen to it.
Listen to it all day long, because it'll be like, and Mom, I don't appreciate this. You know what I mean? Or Mom, this could be different. Tell me how you area of the grievances.
Yeah, no, sometimes they just talk.
What was it on Seinfeld? George, remember
I don't.
The Festivus, the airing of the grievances. It's always.
I never watched Seinfeld. Yeah.
Adam Scott Hall. How can we hang out and be so close?
I have good social skills. I don't need the TV.
Look at you.
That's it.
Yeah, but you get,
no TV for me.
I feel like I have good social skills, but
because of TV.
I owe everything to TV. Exactly. Okay, one more story and then we'll stop. Okay. Because let's gotta get one more story.
It's National Story Day.
I know, and this is so good.
Stories.
Okay, 77% of Americans.
77.
FOMO. Guess what we have FOMO about? And FOMO
Fear
is
of missing out.
Guess what we have FOMO about?
I do not know.
The latest food trends.
I do not have FOMO of that.
I don't think I do either. Okay,
I think that's fake news.
Though. Okay, hang on. Hang on. I don't know. Okay, let's go in deep and let's see what they're talking about.
Let's see what kind of
open mind.
Prime rib. I've never had prime rib. I have no fear of missing out.
I would just be so happy if somebody walked in that door with prime rib.
Yeah.
I would
try it.
I would be chewing it
right here on the air.
I don't like to talk on the radio because with my mouth full, chewing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
But remember,
rude.
what did you bring us? What was that good thing you brought us that time? It's
Oh,
like a coffee cake thing.
It was a pumpkin coffee cake.
Oh,
that was so good.
I did chew on the air on that.
Yeah,
I was like,
that was good.
I apologize in advance because I can't stop. You know. All right. Okay, let's go back to the food.
Food.
All right.
You're missing out. Top
People
food trends.
experience FOMO about a lot of things: travel, job opportunities, social gatherings, local events. Okay. A new poll, 77% of Americans say on social media that they have seen a fear of missing out on their latest food trends. It sounds like that includes both the impressive stuff that people make and post photos of. Okay, like probably all the Brussels sprout pretty dishes that you make, you know, maybe there's people FOMO about that.
I don't really post them, but maybe.
Well, maybe because you send them to me and I'm like,
Yeah.
I want those. I don't think it's FOMO, I just want them. I
Yeah.
mean, is that FOMO?
I don't
Because
know. I
want
thought
one?
fear of missing out is like,
I'm
I'm going to
not
go do
miss-
it now.
Yeah, I'm not missing out. I mean, fear of it.
Yeah. I will though say I had one child. Again, they sent me Amazon links, so I did buy like a variety pack. Actually, they bought it. They gave me the money. Variety pack of Japanese snacks. That was interesting. So I think that is all the rage right now. Like these Japanese or these Asian snack is part of this social media craze right now. People trying it, and so you can buy them, and so. I do have one child that probably does have FOMO about food trends because food is their love language.
Yeah.
Like that is the way to their heart is food.
Yeah.
And so I did buy this, and they were sadly disappointed.
Well, that's sad too.
It
You
is,
did
but
that,
I'm
but
like,
hang
so
on.
did you really miss out? Because now you spent your money on stuff that these people told you were great, these influencers,
Yeah.
and they lied.
And they lied.
You
Okay.
know,
So, okay, here we go. So, it's like your sister-in-law making omelets without them falling apart. To down the TikTok trends, it's like putting ketchup on pancakes or something.
that's disgusting.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Among people who admit having food FOMO, 57% have attempted to make their food at home themselves, and they average try 4 recipes a month they've seen online. But keep in mind, social media isn't always what it seems. 73% admitted to spending extra time preparing their meals just to make more pictures on social media.
Okay, so I'm going to say this. I have seen recipes, or people have shared recipes that they have found on social media,
Right.
and I have made them. I would not say that was fear of missing out, though.
That's
Like,
what I
I
was gonna
didn't
say.
make them
That's been
because,
going
I'm
on.
afraid.
Right.
It's like, oh, that looks good, and it's easy. Maybe I should try it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say I probably do 1 or 2 a month, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's not fear of missing out. I'm not going to be devastated if I don't.
No, I got you. 100%. That's exactly the way I feel too. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
I don't know
But
that.
that's been happening for years. I mean,
Yeah.
every women, we've always shared recipes.
That's why we have cookbooks.
Yeah, yeah.
And now
Right.
we have virtual cookbooks.
I know. Absolutely. So I don't think that's.
Yeah,
I think it's
that's not
the-
a good title.
But I don't also though too. I don't know that it's like a FOMO, but like if you're okay, let's say that somebody shows a restaurant, okay,
Yeah,
and like they put it on social media and they show like a sandwich or something.
yeah.
That's not a FOMO. I just would like to try it. It's
I
not.
want to try it.
I'm not feared.
Yes.
Like there's no fear here.
There's no
It's just-
anxiety.
Yeah, and
there's
I'm
no-
not going right now to pack up and go.
Yeah.
I'm going to at my convenience if I'm in that area or in that community.
Yeah.
I might.
I feel like it's an increase of knowledge.
Yeah, I don't think that's
Like
FOMO.
I didn't know that, Will Twirl had sandwiches the size of your head or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
We've seen things that it's like, oh no, Edinburgh, they have a big old,
It's Edinburgh,
they have
Yeah.
that big old pork loin.
and that's on my radar. Sometime
And
to
we
go
have
get.
gone there.
Have you gone there?
But we didn't make a special trip.
Right.
It was like, oh,
Yeah.
hey, we're in this area.
Yeah.
Let's go try
Right.
this restaurant.
Well, and probably for a year, probably 2 years, I've saw that.
yeah.
I just haven't had the chance to go and get one. But
Yeah.
it's on my radar. I'd like to go get one.
Yeah, but it
So-
wasn't anything that I would be like, oh, I gotta go get in the car now and do this.
Right.
I'm gonna miss out on it.
Right.
No, it's gonna be there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that's just part of life and society.
Yeah,
and
I don't
trying
think
new
it's.
things.
I don't think it's FOMO.
Like the
That's
big
a
thing now is this $1 million spaghetti. Have you seen that?
No.
It's
What's
like
that?
cream cheese in your spaghetti. And I'm like, I've been doing that that's nothing new. Why is this? Because sometimes I look at these recipes
Yeah.
and I'm like, why is this a thing?
Yeah, because we've been doing that for years.
Yeah, like that's how I make my stromboli meat. I put a little bit of cream cheese in it. Why? This is not anything major. Like, why are you blowing this out of
Sounds so good.
proportion?
Cream cheese and anything.
Well, cream cheese is good.
It's
I
just-
did see though one they took cucumbers and did cream cheese and or bagel seasoning.
Yeah.
You know, the everything bagel seasoning.
I need to get some of that. That stuff, everybody's using that.
It
now
is good.
Now that, yeah, they say that you put that on everything.
I do. I like it.
Yeah.
I do.
I do. I do.
So I did try that. I thought, that's a nice little
something.
Yeah, no, I didn't like it. I won't do it again. So it's like, I'm going to try it because it looks good, but...
you do like it?
No, the cucumber with cream cheese with everything bagel seasoning.
Okay.
Like, I won't make that again. It was messy. The cream cheese didn't spread very... Like, I won't do that again. That was a waste of my time.
Yeah.
It wasn't even that good.
Yeah.
But then I felt committed.
Go away.
It's like, I have to eat it because I did it.
Well, now I'm like that.
Yeah.
Especially if I've got money invested.
Yeah.
See, again, don't share food. I don't waste food.
Yeah.
I don't waste food, no.
Yeah.
And I will go ahead and eat it, but I'm not really crazy.
Yeah, and I won't make it again.
Yeah.
I've done that.
That's the way I am.
I have a beef ribs in my fridge. I've got to learn how to cook. I'm really bad at alfalfa meat that I have to use.
Or do they have very much meat on them? Sometimes beef does not have as much meat as
I
the
don't
pork.
know. I don't know, but I bought that.
You better
cow.
have a lot.
Well, I have 2 of the things out.
Okay. Because I'm just saying, a lot of times beef ribs do not have as much meat as the pork ribs.
I gotta go Google how to make them.
Well, have some good solid sides.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like, if you're going to do that, have like a macaroni and cheese or something with it. Wouldn't that be good? Are you going to barbecue them?
I have no idea.
Grill them, barbecue them. And
they need to be cooked,
just as the grill master.
Yes,
get him doing that.
He's busy.
Okay. The grill master's out at this time.
Yeah, well, because, ribs is not like
he's not taking calls at this time.
No, because, listen, that is an art for him.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's why let the man be.
We're not
let the peacock, let him spread his wings.
Right now we're for get it done, get it on the table, get it cleaned up.
Well, I don't think ribs are, no, you have to romance ribs.
Yes.
Romance them.
But you can put them in the crock pot.
I know, but you better be romancing them like in the morning. Love starts in the morning. Maybe. Romance starts in the morning, okay? No, I mean, we become one. By the time, when it comes on the table.
I'm thinking I'm just going to throw them in the Instant Pot. I'm going to
see, I don't have one of those, so I don't know.
I have one, but I don't know, so I'm going to look it up today.
I think the Instapot I don't have anything to go on because I don't have one, but I've heard people talk wonderful about those.
Well, I will not make my my hard-boiled eggs any other way. And I really do like it for like pinto beans. Ham and beans.
I like ham and beans.
Yeah. I like it in the Instapot.
They say the Instapot's like, and I've asked, like, and they say the meat is really tender, so maybe you'll be okay with that.
I don't know. Anytime I've cooked meat in there, Justin's like, I'll never do that again.
Oh, well then don't do that.
I'm gonna try it.
Back away.
I'm gonna try
so
it.
Are they not in the crock pot right now?
No, they're not.
Let's run home real quick and put them in the crock. Get those things doing something. They need to be cooking. Are they marinating? Are you marinating?
They're marinating in their blood. That's not blood.
No, we need something. They need to be like, Look, you're Googling it right now.
I am, yeah.
Get those, you need to be romancing those.
Beef ribs in the Instapot.
Romancing beef ribs. Be careful what you Google there, okay?
Yeah.
Might be dangerous. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a little bit, I do good with ribs.
You can do Instapot beef ribs. This is a 5-star fall off the bone beef ribs. Low carb, gluten free.
There you go.
The easy peasy, mouth-watering instant pot ribs. That's what I need. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
Lemon squeezy.
You said you got a cow. You got prime rib over there. Let's do prime rib tonight.
That's a good question.
Let's have me over for prime rib.
I don't know if I get prime rib. Like, I don't think I get prime rib. I don't think that's a meat cut choice. I don't know.
Okay. I was gonna say, let's switch the ribs and let's go put them back in the freezer.
Yeah.
Let's go get
well, they've been out.
Oh. Okay, all right. Which is supposed to be a big no-no, right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, let's jump in then. We've only got a few more minutes left, but let's find out. You've been to a couple seminars, and what are we doing right now with the finances and stuff? I mean, are interest rates high, low, out the door, in the door?
So let me just tell you, it's a little bit of a hot mess. Okay, so interest rates are still in between 6 and 7. There are some new level loan price adjustments that. I'm going to try to be as diplomatic as possible about this, but now the higher credit scores, there is a loan level hit, and there has been some panic about that because now it's like, oh, well, people who have really worked hard to get their credit up are now being penalized and having to pay more, whereas before it's, oh, you get a break in your rate because you have worked hard and you had good credit and you should be rewarded for that, which you should be rewarded for that. So I have seen that actually for probably about a month. I have some loans that have been pricing out, and it's like, why is my 640 interest rate better than my 720 interest rate? Like, why?
Yeah.
What is going? Whoa, what is going on here?
What the mama and papa's going on here?
And so basically, what that boils down to is, hey, guess what? Once again, the people who are being responsible are paying for the people who are not, which is ridiculous. So I'm making those adjustments on my own for people because, it is what it is, and oh well. So there's a lot of outrage about that right now.
Yeah.
And so I think that is being revisited, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
But interest rates are trickling down a little bit. They are starting, again, you're still in 6 and 7. And like I've said, that's not a bad place to be.
Right.
Really, you're really not in a bad place to be.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen them higher in the past.
Sure.
And, statistically, historically, they're still not bad rates.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're still okay.
Yeah.
So there's that.
How fast can a turnaround, like when you're talking about, like, they're maybe they've stepped out and done something and realized it's not very popular? What's the turnaround like usually? I mean, do they make a change quickly?
It takes time.
Oh.
It takes time. Some good news that we do have mortgage insurance for FHA loans have been reduced. So you used to, on $100,000 loan, and this is just an example, but looking at like $85 a month, now it's like $55 a month.
Oh, that's
so they have dropped that 30 bits.
Love that.
So that is nice. That is, but then I see and I think, well, they're compensating for that by raising your interest rate. So there you go. Or they're really lowering it.
Yeah.
So there is that. But rates are still not bad. We do have a couple houses that are coming on the market, so I'm seeing that. This time of year, people do start to list, whereas in the winter, we kind of slow down on that a little bit.
Yeah.
We are still closing loans, so people are still buying, but we are still in a shortage.
Yeah.
Are
houses still, like the prices still up on houses, or?
They are still inflated, yeah.
Okay.
And actually, I meant to bring this, and I left it in the van because I got here late. But we talked about Tuesday. I was not here because I was at an Indiana housing seminar, class, whatever. It was not what I thought it was, but I did get some good statistics from that, so I will have that next week with us.
Okay. What did you discuss? What was some of the if you can't go in detail because you don't have the paper, but just like
just some of the statistics as far as we are in a housing shortage. Like there has been X amount of
so this is global. This is not just
Indiana. This is nationwide. We don't have enough. Our population is growing, and our houses are. We're not building fast enough. And the houses that we do have, like one of the interesting things was that, and I can't remember the exact percentage, so I'm going to look, but like 70% of our houses were built prior to 1970.
Oh, wow.
So we have not had, like now I know everybody's trying to build and we have new construction going on. We have that 40 plot house there behind the YMCA, and they are building out in other areas, but it's like the amount of new construction that we have had in the last 30 years is not a lot.
Right.
And as our population has continued to increase, and you have families that are getting out and expanding, it's like, okay, you don't have anywhere to go, and it's not a thing of, oh, well, you have to live in your mom's basement because you can't do well. It's no, you really just don't have anywhere to go.
Right.
Sure. And so the supply has not been kept up for that demand.
Right.
So that was interesting. Like they had hard numbers on that, so that was really interesting. But in addition to USDA, which we do USDA loans all the time, you don't have to have a down payment on that. We talked about that. Indiana Housing does have grants that will help with that down payment. If maybe you're not in a USDA eligible area, or you purchase a home that maybe is not USDA qualified, you can get help with your down payment and closing costs with the Indiana Housing grants. So I was thinking, and I've done those before. We quit for a little while because we had in-home grants that actually I thought were a little bit better, or in-house grants that were a little bit better. So we've started to pick back up those grants, and I had thought this was going to be a refresher course on that. It was not. It was more of a advertising of why we should, I don't know, people giving testimonies of how great they are, and it's like, okay, that was 2-hour drive and a waste of my day. You know, like I'm
Yeah.
already using it. I don't need to,
right,
you know.
right,
So,
right.
but it is nice. We do have those grants available for people who
Sure.
maybe don't have a down payment.
Right. So there's options, and that's something I always like is to come and talk and find
Yeah.
out, you know, see what your options are, and don't do it last minute. Wait, you know, do it now,
Yeah.
even if, like next year, you know, maybe if you're thinking about something, or we have seen those all of those apartments like go down south,
Yeah, go down
Clarksville.
south, right down.
Oh my goodness.
They're building
It's
up
like,
even right there in Sellersburg.
up
by the
Sellersburg,
JC.
and then Clarksville down
Yeah.
there. I mean, all around Jeffersonville.
We are in a. I mean,
they are just
there
building
is
this.
such a demand.
And you think they'll fill every one of those?
Oh, they probably absolutely will.
They probably already have. I mean, they probably have people on the waiting list.
Probably.
Wow.
Because even here, our apartment complexes here, we have a waiting list for them already.
Crazy.
I mean, it is.
Yeah.
It is. And that's the thing. I have people right now, one of the other things that we offer that I don't think people realize, we will do solid pre-qualifications where we go ahead and send you to underwriting. I have a couple going right now so that when they do find a house, because right now they're making offers and you got 10 people still making an offer on the same house, you can go in with a stronger offer of, hey, I'm already pre-qualified. I've already been through underwriting. So once we get title and appraisal, we're closing. That's all I'm waiting on. I don't have to send the person back to underwriting. Like, they're done. Now it's the house that has to do it. So, you know, and so that's kind of stronger for them. Yeah. Especially in some of those more competitive markets. You know, I have a couple up in Indy and Shelbyville that it's, you know, or even I have a couple down south. That, you know, that Clarksville, Jeffersonville market is very competitive.
Sure.
So.
No doubt. Well, it's very interesting for sure. So I'm glad to hear that, and let's dive in a little bit more, maybe with some statistics next week and get a little bit there. It's very interesting for sure, and I guess so. Really, it seems like it stayed pretty well the same. I mean, we kind of went up there and then we just stayed.
I'm
feel that,
still seeing there for a while. I got some appraisals that were kind of high coming back. Now I am seeing them closer to where they need to be. I still think they're a little high personally, but that's just me. One of the statistics that they were showing is that we don't have houses below 150. And, you know, in our area here, our typical average is that 90 to 130 range is where most of our people have been. You know, in the last 20 years, that's what I've done a lot of. Yeah. And you just don't have the houses under 150. Like, I mean, now that it's jumped. And it's like, okay, well, along with that, inflation has also jumped, and, you know, sometimes those salaries have not. Yeah. So it's like, okay, you're spending more for less. And that's not a good place to be as an economy. Right. Exactly. So, there you go. Well, good information, Autumn, and I appreciate that for sure, giving us the information on that. All right, well, let's thank our sponsors this morning. Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Uplands, Americans for Prosperity, Fantastic Sam, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, Po Boys Barbecue, and Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn. All right, thank you. Happy Thursday, Autumn Scott Hall. Happy Thursday.
Justin Green for Salem Mayor. Let me tell you about myself. I'm a lifelong Salem resident and a successful small business owner. I first ran for mayor in 2019. Since taking office, I have focused on improving Salem's aging infrastructure and invested over $11 million in projects, many of which are funded through state and federal grants. I will continue to work to grow Salem by attracting new jobs and residents while increasing our quality of life for our current residents. Vote for Justin Green, Mayor, Republican primary on Tuesday, May 2nd. Thank you.
Paid for by the committee to re-elect Justin Green for mayor.
Hello folks, Greg Martin at Billy Martin Store in downtown Martinsburg. Say you're in the market for new appliances, furniture, floor covering for your home or business, then Billy Martin Store is the place to go. We've got a huge display of many nice, top quality name brand merchandise in stock to select from at everyday low prices. So whether you're building or just replacing, Billy Martin Store has terrific personnel to help you all in selecting the right product, and also professional flooring installers to take care of your floor covering needs. Billy Martin Store tries each day to continue to buy USA-made products made right here in southern Indiana. As we are celebrating our 164th anniversary as the oldest family-owned business in Indiana, father to son and now daughter, Tanya, we appreciate all the business over the many years. So why not drive on out to the country and save a lot at Billy Martin's store? Billy Martin's store is located in the heart of downtown Martinsburg, or feel free to call us, Janice, Tanya, or myself, 812-967-3997, and we'll be glad to help you.
Come on out and spend May 7th at the high banks of Salem Speedway at the first race of the new season under new ownership. Come see the racers competing on the newly paved surface that will make the high banks even faster. Pits open at 8 a.m., spectator gates at 10. See the following: Max Auto and Scrap Recycling Legends 25-lap feature. Mike's Muffler and Brakes CVBT 75-lap feature. Salem Superclass Cars 25-lap feature. Diesel Boys Gas Series 75-lap feature. On-site plumbing, heating, and air.
Two conservative, heterosexual, gun-toting, football-loving, evangelical Christian white men. In other words, the two most dangerous men in America. Rick and Bubba.
It is 6 minutes past the hour from the No Name Studio. Living on the bleeding edge of technology from Sweet Home, Alabama to the world. Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, Helmsy, and Eddie Van Adler all make up Team Rick and Bubba. And I be Rick, and I be Bubba. There he is. So we mentioned that going to the break, and you're going to hear Tucker Carlson. He's now made a statement, pretty much echo what we just told the caller. The bad news is, when you look at cable and you look at terrestrial and you look at, all of this, and they're trying to decide who you can and cannot hear and see. The good news is streaming offers all kinds of opportunities for people. Now, there's a lot of content out there, and you got to try to find your audience and find a way to monetize it. But you simply can't be told to go away. And Tucker Carlson has finally issued a statement about the state of the media and these modern-day political, 24/7 news channels, and even the main three on the three major networks, now 4 major networks. But here is Tucker Carlson talking about the state of things.
Good evening, it's Tucker Carlson. One of the first things you realize when you step outside the noise for a few days is how many genuinely nice people there are in this country. Kind and decent people, people who really care about what's true. And a bunch of hilarious people also. A lot of those. It's got to be the majority of the population, even now. So that's heartening. The other thing you notice when you take a little time off is how unbelievably stupid most of the debates you see on television are. They're completely irrelevant. They mean nothing. In 5 years, we won't even remember that we had them. Trust me, as someone who's participated. And yet, at the same time, and this is the amazing thing, the undeniably big topics, the ones that will define our future, get virtually no discussion at all. War, civil liberties, emerging science, demographic change, corporate power, natural resources. When was the last time you heard a legitimate debate about any of those issues? It's been a long time. Debates like that are not permitted in American media. Both political parties and their donors have reached consensus on what benefits them, and they actively collude to shut down any conversation about it. Suddenly, the United States looks very much like a one-party state. That's a depressing realization, but it's not permanent. Our current orthodoxies won't last. They're brain dead. Nobody actually believes them. Hardly anyone's life is improved by them. This moment is too inherently ridiculous to continue, and so it won't. The people in charge know this. That's why they're hysterical and aggressive. They're afraid. They've given up persuasion. They're resorting to force. But it won't work. When honest people say what's true, calmly and without embarrassment, they become powerful. At the same time, the liars who've been trying to silence them shrink, and they become weaker. That's the iron law of the universe. True things prevail. Where can you still find Americans saying true things? There aren't many places left, but there are some, and that's enough. As long as you can hear the words, there is hope.
So there you go. And I like what he says. This current society that we have here in America is so outrageous, it cannot last. I mean, no, I love what he says, which is true. No one really believes it. There's not that many people that really believe it. Now, the sheeple have been told that this is true, so they're trying to believe it. But I hope that he's right. He's optimistic that what we're doing right now is so obviously not the way to go. It can't make it, and there'll be change. So we'll see. But and he is right when they can't persuade you to go along, when you let the central government get really, really big, or you let mobs get really, really loud and violent, they'll leave persuasion and they'll go to force. And usually the people push back on that.
You know, one of the curious things about his leaving Fox and Don Lemon leaving CNN, both of them have staff people who've come out and said good riddance. Didn't like them.
Yeah.
They were not good to work for or work with. Now I understand there's a lot of people that can't take it today, that are, you know, you have to walk around with on eggshells. But I thought that was interesting that both of them have not had a lot of support from their former employees they worked with.
Yep. So the audience, if they loved what he did, and he can find people who did like what he did and liked working for him, like I say, he'll just carry on another platform, or somebody else will hire him for theirs, thinking I'm willing to go with you.
Yeah, well, I think I definitely think you'll see him back doing some kind of show in the next little bit. Now I don't know what his non-compete situation is. I don't know what he's been paid for or whatever. I haven't heard any reports on that. Have y'all? Anybody?
Just what we talked about. I know what his contract said, and if it's guaranteed for 18 more months, then he's, would you say 1.6 a month?
I think
that's what it averaged.
1 point something a month, and I think they were in negotiations to go through 2029 during the middle of this.
Now, here's what I don't know.
It does seem strange they were in the middle of extending and then just decided to get rid of it.
Well, here's what we don't know, and of course I don't want to get off into the weeds, but you and I have some expertise on how this works.
Yep.
There are things in your contract that are called fireable offenses.
Yep.
Now, if you get fired over a fireable offense, I don't know anything.
Who calls?
Now, see, I don't know that anything he did would have met that standard.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it.
But if you're fired for cause, does your non-compete hold?
You know, I know that I don't think someone that did as well as Tucker Carlson probably has the type of agents that allow a scenario where you could fire him and he still can't go to work anywhere.
Yeah.
I think that would have probably been fault.
And honestly, what state it's in, it depends a lot on state law.
But if they fired him and they cannot meet the definition of cause, then they owe him the rest of the contract.
Right. And then he may also have to sit out.
Right.
If he's getting a check. And again, if he's in a right to work state, they'll never be able to get him to sit out for any noticeable length of time.
No. So anyway, and strangely, have y'all been watching the former outrageous liberal Russell Brand, who used to be just he hated conservatives, he hated people of faith, he hated the whole Republican thing, and now, like a lot of people, he's seen the disaster of embracing the far left, and he's trying to work his way back to actually supporting Tucker Carlson and telling you why he was fired. I mean, Russell Brand, of all people.
He seems to be, he's obviously still, pretty liberal.
Oh, yeah, sure.
But he's not one of these that everything the other side says is wrong. He'll actually listen. If you have a good point, he'll acknowledge.
He's kind of become Bill Maher-like.
Yeah, a lot, very similar.
So here he is talking about exposing why Tucker Carlson was really fired.
It also shows that the media is obsessed with itself. It's in a sort of narcissistic spiral, reporting on its own perspectives, its own heroes and its own villains. What is the mainstream media supposed to be for? Just for a moment, remind yourself that it's actually about giving you information about important stuff, like how the government are governing, about how corporations are behaving, the information that you need to live your life efficiently and effectively, so you're informed politically. It doesn't do that. You know it doesn't do that. You know that the mainstream media is owned by certain corporate interests. You know that it gets all of its revenue from, like, the pharmaceutical industry. You know that they're tied up with the military-industrial complex, and you know that they support the state with only partisan distinctions between this party or that party defining their output. They do not serve in your awakening. They do not serve your empowerment. Where Tucker Carlson goes next will inform us a great deal about our political landscape. If he joins an independent news organisation, that's going to be fascinating. It will demonstrate where the power is moving, and it will show us why authoritarian, centralised systems of power are doubling down on trying to censor, control, surveil, prohibit, smear, destroy any alternative voices, because they recognise that now we can all communicate instantaneously and challenge any narrative that they put forward. That's why they've become ultra propagandists.
Huh?
That's Russell Brand.
I can't believe that's Russell Brand.
A lot of information there with a mic drop.
I didn't think we'd have a clip like that today.
Yeah.
So there you go. The Dadeville, Alabama shooting has taken an interesting turn. This is...
Yeah, we're trying to confirm, but
Yeah, okay.
there's the news. Yeah, something, I don't know where they're from.
All right, we'll unpack that a little bit when we come back.
Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba.
Looking for peace of mind when it comes to your car's performance? Look no further than our friends at CarShield. With plans for every budget, CarShield offers protection plans that cover more parts than ever before. Whether your car has 5,000 miles or